Thank you for that.
I think, yeah, all right, so without still pretentious with the medals.
Yep.
Art.
Vanni, how does it feel to go back to back to back?
It's fantastic. It's a great feeling. I'm really proud of the guys. I told them before the game, I told them after the game, this is the victory of love. That is the thing. This is the victory of love, of the love that these guys have for each other, of the togetherness of this group, of the fact that everyone was, I'm getting actually emotional now, that actually everyone was really pulling for each other, because even in a day where we didn't play well, TFC played better than us. TFC deserved to win this game. So let's be completely honest about it. But we fought. And even though we were in a difficult position for most of the game, I think we've been the best team only for, I would say, probably 30% of the game. For 70% of the game, they were the best team. We were able to contain them. And then we have a genius coach who decided to play Isaac today, and so that's the reason why. No, but Isaac was amazing, and when everyone worked together, if someone take someone on the shoulder of the team, normally it's Goldie, normally it's Brian, normally it's all the team play well. Today was Mr. Isaac Bomer from Canadian Falls, I think, and so I'm really happy for him.
Just before the penalties, you had huddle with the team. What kind of words or what kind of encouragement did you give the guys before
penalties? I said that I was proud of them, because today, not playing good and being frustrated, but fighting for the entire game. We tried everything. So at the beginning, our classic way of playing, we are not brilliant enough. We were like some guys that were kind of a 50-50. So I can tell you, Gold had a hamstring problem. He had a hamstring problem in LA in the last kick of the game, and he played through the injury. Ali played through the injury. Andres played through the injury. Brian played with an injury on the. So it was a very hard week, and we weren't able to. They were moving the ball too fast for us. We weren't able to press, and it was so easy for them to serve Bernardeschi and go there. So that's the reason why we changed and we went back forward defensively. And I think that paid off. It was really good. One thing that I want to say, again, CSA, invest in the VAR, because if we have VAR, we have a penalty and we are 1-0 up. Probably we have to score the penalty, but because it was a clear penalty for us, a clear and massive 100% penalty for us, and it wasn't given. And so we were playing better than them in the second half of the first half, but then Richie did Richie. That is the best in the world at doing this, and Matthias has been a little bit naive, and the penalty was a clear penalty for them. And I was actually thinking about, okay, it's good even if they score, so if you have the entire second half, I can change it. But then Isaac thought differently, so very good.
How does this third championship compare to the first?
Different in the sense that the first I would never expect. Like, to be honest, we weren't that good. Today was, again, if the first one was like the fact a working like thing, like a very against, it was all about working hard and trying to play better as a team, because they were better than us, probably as individual players in the final, trying to go and try to revenge the year before when we lost against Pacific and we went out. Thankfully, because I got the job, and so that's it was like fantastic to win that one. The second one was the win of quality, because the second one last year we destroyed every team. We destroyed Montreal in the final. We were clearly the better team. Again, this time is the win of love, in my opinion. So that's your headline for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Sorry, I punched you. Vanni, what went into the decision to start Isaac in what is the
decision to start Isaac was done in January, in the sense of, so we saw last year that Isaac was doing really well and he was playing really well, but of course if you had the goalkeeper, it's really hard to come in. So at the beginning of the season, I told Isaac will play the Canadian Championship, and he we'll have to gain every game the right to play the next game. So again, it didn't play because he's a Canadian. So till yesterday, we were thinking to play 4 Canadians, starting Raposo, starting Ali, starting Sam. Then at the end, we decided to start Fafa and try to be more offensive. And Isaac was always there. It's like it wasn't like in the count of playing because he needed to play because the 3 Canadians. And because he did extremely well last year, this year, and yeah, he deserved to play this game. Like he deserved to play in LA when we played there, and you know, he deserved to play even more. But I want to say another thing, like another reason why probably our build-up wasn't that good, because Yohei is instrumental for our build-up. That is very unlucky, Isaac, because Yohei is very instrumental for our offensive game and from on the way that we play. And so yeah, you know, I hope that we want to qualify as soon as possible for the playoff, because he needs to be playing again, because in case we need him for the playoff, he needs to be ready. And I hope that Jesse watched the game, because I think that there's not too many Canadian goalkeepers better than him. Yeah.
What was you talked about the level of fight in the team? What was the level of frustration, you know, with Richie's antics, and there were some other moments with Fafa?
Yeah, we know that this game was very important for them, and we know that their management, gamemanship, what do you call it in English? Yeah, and we know, like, you know, it's it is what it is. So also was pretty also kind of it was the same for us too. We knew that it was a very important game for them. I actually was scared about Fafa in the second half, that he was going to get in a fight. That was one of the reasons why we took him off. And yeah, again, I think again that another little critique. I think there was too much hurry to give yellow card to the guys in white than the guys in red. But you know, it is what it is. Even we won three times in a row, we're not the big guys. So that's the thing. But we won again.
Vanni, talk to us a little bit more about Isaac. You've watched him grow as a player. What does tonight's performance say about where he's at in his game?
Yeah, it means that he's really good, and he's again, Isaac is probably the more powerful goalkeeper that I ever worked with. So is someone that, in terms of shot stopping and getting high on the ball, I think we never had someone like him. What he needs to improve is how to work tactically with the game, and I think Youssef made an incredible work with him, because most of the time it was in the past he was taking pauses, okay, and he was in the right position at the right moment, or he make the wrong decision. He still do something like this, because like if you remember in LA when he decided to went out and come out and scored a goal in the last minute in the Leagues Cup. Of course, he's young, he didn't play, he hasn't played too much, but today showed that you know, we know that Isaac is a leader, even if he's a young kid. He has the leadership. He's the, you know, he's also a farmer. He's the provider of eggs for everyone at the facility. So that's and it tells us that I think that he's ready to compete for the number 1 spot next year.
Can you talk to us about what this win does for you guys as you fight to clinch a playoff spot and put yourself in a good position heading into the playoffs?
It forces us to do. Let's say I have 2 ways to answer this question. The first is the professional way. That I hope that is gonna bring us I would say the push and the awareness that we're a good team. So we're gonna push and go to the playoff and go in the second round. The other thing is that now we qualified for the Champions League. If we're not making the playoff, if we get out of the first round of the playoff, we have to start very early again, like we did last year. And we want to have a little bit of a longer vacation. I want to go home and see my family in Italy. And so it's better than now. We're going to do a really good job, because if we do a really good job and we arrive in the second round, we play in the Champions League in the second slot. And so we can start in the middle of January instead of the beginning of January.
Okay, one last one, and then I promise I'll give it to someone else. But talk to us about what's going through your mind as Bjorn steps up to take that penalty.
I thought it was like redo a left center back like Tristan last time. So that was the thing. I'm not gonna tell you was in my mind after Stuart missed his penalty because we were down but yeah, I gotta be honest, guys. Like I approached the penalty kicks like knowing that we did our. If we were going to lose, I was going to be kind of pissed, of course, disappointed. But again, we did the maximum in our game. It wasn't like 2 years ago when we went to penalty and we were the best team and we deserved to win in the 90 minutes and then we won a penalty. So yeah, I was trying to do like I find a way that I had to sit when they have to shoot. That's the reason why they missed it. So I'm really happy.
Vanni, how much practice and thought was put into penalties prior to this game?
Just yesterday, what we do, I do cold calling in penalty when I don't like to do it at the end of the session when everyone is there. I'd like to do it in the 11v11. I stop and I do cold calling, and then someone needs to take a penalty because you don't know if it's your turn or not, and you need to be good. And it's in the middle of the training session when nobody knows if it's gonna play or not, so everyone is ready to go. So yeah, I think that we did 14 out of 16 yesterday, or 15 out of 16. Stuart scored. That's the reason why he took the penalty. But I think the only one who missed was Andres. That's the reason why he didn't take the penalty. And but yeah, that's how we did it.
How do you plan on celebrating this win tonight?
Not too much. So what I'm gonna do? I did a fantastic picture with the cup with my wife. So we're gonna Photoshop the cats there, and it's gonna be a great thing for us, for our family. And yeah, I'm gonna have a drink and knowing that Saturday is so important. Unfortunately, we cannot really get crazy because we are in crunch time. It's not like last year. It was in the middle of the season and you could quote unquote throw away the next game. By the way, we tied against Cincinnati, the best team in the league. So it's so important Saturday that we have to celebrate, but be kind of, I don't know, with some restraint. And that is good for my liver, so good.
Vanni, as we've seen in big games, sometimes, good teams find a way, even if it's not the best night. I guess kind of speak to the growth of the team that today you maybe don't have the best night, but you still find a way at the end.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. And again, it's all about the togetherness, all it's about the awareness, all it's about let's push, because even we were like this, in the 15 minutes that we were the best team, we create 2-3 chances, and even in the second half, that sneaky thing with Goldie crossing and Long made a fantastic defensive thing. We could have scored there. So I think we defended, 12 corners or something like this, and defending in the way that we defended was fantastic. So I think it tells you the moral quality of this team and the belief that we have now as a team.
Felipe, then Nathan, Nasser, please.
Vanni, as soon as the Bjorn's penalty went in, the first word that came to my mind was legacy. Yeah, it's 3 in a row. You've tied the record now. You see yourself as, one of the Whitecaps' most successful coach. What do you take away from this for yourself and your own personal repertoire of the victory that you won tonight?
Yeah, for myself, the fact that if I'm tied for the history of the Whitecaps, it's the most beautiful thing that can happen. So this club, I made a joke before about the when we lost against Pacific, but they took a leap of faith, giving the team to me. It went well. They supported me. They gave me the possibility to coach at a stage that I've never done before because I was never a head coach on a first team. And if I can be tied with the name of this club forever, because we won 3 championships in a row, I'm so honored and I'm so happy because I really love this club. I really love this city. I really love the people that I work with, and I am so happy to be a Whitecap, and that we'll see what the future will hold for everyone. But I'm really, really, really proud to be the coach of this club, of this team, not only of the players, but of all the people that are all around the team, because they deserve to be celebrated too for this fantastic achievement.
Hi, Vanni. When John Herdman was in here, he spent quite a lot of time talking about yourself and your team. Two words that came up quite a lot was resiliency and camaraderie.
Yeah.
By that same token, what would you say about the opponent that you played today?
I think Toronto, again, as I said before, they played much better than when we played them in the league, like at the beginning of the season, and that you can tell that the work of John is paying off, in the sense that he was coming to a situation where Toronto comes from 2 seasons that they were, I would say, disastrous probably, and he came on, he brought all the players that were there, the big player like Insigne, Bernardeschi. I've never seen Bernardeschi played like this, like in 3 years, so it's the big players to body on his philosophy, the team that plays well. Of course, it's a process. I remember when we played him at the beginning of the season, they were doing the same thing offensively, but defensively he was much more open. Now it's really hard to beat them. So I think that he's doing a fantastic job, to be honest, because when it's not easy, I can tell you, because when I came in the team, like in the middle of 2021, we did a miracle getting to the play. But then the next year, the first real year, it was really hard to build every week on trying to get a new culture and going there. So I think he's doing a good job. I really hope that they make the playoff. I know that it sounds, because I always say Toronto against Toronto, the rivalry and everything, but again, we need more Maple Leafs possible in the playoff, and because we have the better country of the MLS, so that's the thing. And I really hope that they make the playoff, because it would be probably the good and the deserved, I would say, reward for what John and his staff, they're doing it with the team.